Activating cultural change. Organizations in which the prevailing culture is based on traditional management practices are not likely to succeed in the implementation of total quality. Successful total quality requires cultural change. Several primary reasons cultural change must either precede or at least parallel the implementation of total quality are described here. Change cannot occur in a hostile environment. Managers who are used to sitting in their lonely towers at the top of pecking order and issuing edicts from on high are likely to reject the concept of employee involvement and empowerment. Situations such as these can create an environment that is hostile toward change. Change can be difficult even when people want to do so. Moving to total quality takes time. In a conversation to total quality, positive results are not often to achieve in the short run. This characteristic gives non-believers and people who just don't want to change the opportunity to promote the "I told you it would not work" syndrome. It can be difficult to overcome the past. Promoting the latest management gimmick and then letting it die for lack of interest may be part of the existing organizational culture. If this is the case, it will be difficult to overcome the past. Changing leaders to activate change. At times, it might be necessary to change an organization's leadership team to ensure needed cultural change. These situations arises when the organization's senior executives have a great deal invested in the status quo and therefore are staunch defenders of orthodoxy. What follows are several questions that can be used by senior executives for self-assessment or by the organization in making its own assessment of the need for new leadership. Are the current leaders fully knowledgeable of the need to change and the ramification of not changing? Senior executives who fail to comprehend the need to change and the ramification of a lack of change cannot lead an organization through a major cultural change. Are the current leaders able to articulate a vision for the new organization? Senior executives who cannot envision the new organization or articulate what they see will be unable to lead an organization through the change. Have the current leaders set the tone for change and establish the organization-wide sense of urgency? If they fail to set the tone for cultural change, they will inhibit rather than lead the organization. Senior executives who fail to create a sense of urgency will see cultural change fall victim to complacency. Are the current leaders willing to remove all obstacles to cultural change? Senior executives who are unwilling to remove obstacles that inhibit cultural change have the wrong set of priorities. Do the current leaders have a history of following through on change initiatives? Senior executives who have a history of starting change initiatives but failing to follow through on them are poor candidates to lead an organization through a major cultural shift. With such executives in leadership roles, employees at all levels are likely to adopt an attitude of "this too shall pass." Are the current leaders willing to empower employees at all levels of the organization to make cultural change? Senior executives who are unwilling to empower employees at all levels to help lead change will actually ensure that the effort to bring change will fail. Cultural change requires support, ideas, and leadership from employees at all levels. Senior executives who are unwilling to empower employees to think and do will block cultural change. Laying the foundation for a quality culture. Establishing a quality culture is a lot like constructing a building. Like a building without a solid foundation, an organization's corporate culture will quickly crumble. What follows are the 10 steps in laying a foundation for a quality culture. Number 1. Understand. The cornerstone of the cultural foundation must be an understanding on the part of executive managers of the concept of a quality culture. Brian Palmer recommends a three-pronged approach when attempting to sell higher management on the idea of quality culture. Align the concept with organizational goals, get help to identify the financial benefits, and measure and mitigate resistance, inertia, and opposition. Number 2. Assess. In this step, a comprehensive assessment of the existing corporate culture as it relates to quality is completed and the results are compiled. Discussed later in the chapter is a sample quality culture assessment instrument that can be used as a guide in developing a similar assessment instrument for any organization. Number 3. Plan. Develop a plan for creating a quality culture based on the result of the survey. Number 4. Expect. In an organization's corporate culture, it is important for all personnel to know that quality positive attitudes and behavior are expected. This can be achieved by including a corporate value relating to quality in the organization's strategic plan. It can also be done by talking about quality at all levels of the organization. Number 5 model. Executives, managers, and supervisors must be consistently positive role models of the quality-related attitudes and behaviors expected of personnel. Employees are more likely to follow the behavior of management personnel than their words. Management personnel must do more than talk a good game when it comes to quality. Number 6. Orient. New employee orientations should have a comprehensive quality component. It is important to begin emphasizing the organization's quality-related expectations from the outset as part of the orientation process. Number 7. Mentor. Mentors can help new employees develop quality positive attitudes and behaviors. Number 8. Train. The need to expand quality training beyond technical topics to include attitude and behavioral topics. It is important to help personnel understand not just the how of quality but also the why. The why can be summarized in just one word: competition. All personnel need to understand that their organization's survival depends on their ability to compete. Number 9. Monitor. Supervisors should monitor the quality-related attitudes and behaviors of their direct reports continually. When positive attitudes or behaviors are observed, they should be reinforced immediately. Correspondingly, when negative attitudes or behavior is observed, it should be corrected immediately. Number 10. Reinforce and maintain quality. Recognition and reward systems must factor in quality as a key criterion for all decisions about pay, promotion, and recognition awards.